is it. Okay, let me get set up here. Did anybody warn you? Were you guys warned of me in this van?
Not, well, we're told it's a van and not much else.
That's all they said. Good.
Yeah.
So it's Soren and Jan.
Exactly.
From Denmark.
That's right.
Right. And what do you do? What is your job?
I'm well. I write about wind energy, so I've done the world's largest website on wind energy.
What website is that?
Windpower.org. So I mean, this is a big industry. It's the fastest growing industry, and it's the fastest one in the energy industry. And it actually is growing faster than mobile phones and the number of servers on the internet. So so it's a booming business to build wind turbines.
Now, are you writing for all countries? Do all countries seem interested in it?
Yeah, yes. This is an international website which has 5 languages actually, and with 15,000 new visitors every week. So it's in a subject which is interesting a lot of people. About half the readers are English-speaking readers, and about 20% are Spanish-speaking. Actually, interest is growing very much in South America right now. Is
that right? Yeah. And Jan,
yes.
You are, what do you do for a living?
I'm Director for Business Development and Tourism in an area called Blåvandshoek, which is very similar to the area here. And just outside the coastline of Blåvand, we have the world's largest wind farm at the moment. So I was asked to come here to tell what kind of experiences we have had with it, what happened in the area. Because we had some of the similar objections in the beginning. This would damage tourism, this would damage property values and everything. But many things can be said and many things can be thought about. Okay. We actually know what happened when it was built.
Okay,
so therefore it's interesting to tell the story about what actually did happen.
Right. Well, we got to get you guys to the airport. Let's get on the road, and then we can talk some more.
Right.
And then that's a little more comfortable for you too, because then you get to see Nantucket. Did you get a chance to see any of it?
No, not much.
Not much?
No, it was dark when we came.
Oh, jeez. Well, let me. I'll pull you up this way.
Yeah.
You know, the architecture here is pretty unique for American standards. I mean, I'm sure you know you guys.
No,
so
I noticed the thatched. I mean the walls of the buildings and stuff like that.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
The shingles.
The shingles.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's obviously very characteristic.
You were brought here by Cape Wind. Is that correct?
Well, we were asked to go over here, and so anyway, they heard about the fact that I had been writing about wind energy for about 10 years, so they asked me to come over and share some of that experience.
Okay, and what about you?
Yeah, actually Jim Goran visited the Horns Reef project in Blåvand, and when he was there he noticed the great similarities there was between the area here and the area by our places. And then we talked about what did happen in our area. And then suddenly he called and asked me if I was willing to go over here and share that kind of experience that we have had in the area. And I said, no problem, I'll do that.
Okay, and so they brought you over. Now, how long are you here for in the States? Are you just to come
for
to Nantucket?
a very
week.
Short week.
Sure, actually part of a week.
So are you going to like the main areas like the Cape, Martha's Vineyard, and here?
We arrived in Boston last Saturday, and we visited the facilities at Hull Sunday. And we have been in Boston Monday. Yesterday we went to Martha's Vineyard and flew over here yesterday. And today we're going back to the Cape.
You know, I met you guys briefly, and we did see your presentation last night, and it was very good, very interesting.
Thank you very much.
How have you been received since you've been here? Did you do a presentation in Martha's Vineyard?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
How was it? Was it similar? Was it different?
No, I would think it was a very positive reception everywhere we've been. People are interested in sharing experiences, and I would say that the similarities between what you are experiencing here right now with your wind project and the sort of projects we've been seeing in Denmark. I mean, in fact, this is very similar. I mean, there are always concerns by people when something new is coming into an area. It doesn't even matter if 100 miles away you can find a similar project. Each and every region has its own ideas, of course, but you can say that broadly those concerns that people share are exactly the same everywhere.
When did Denmark begin making these farms?
Well, wind farms actually started in the late 70s in Denmark, and that was really a popular movement. So in Denmark, you can say that wind power is actually popular in the sense that the people really started building the wind turbines themselves. Once they reached an appreciable size, it wasn't really safe to put them out there without type approval, and once that was required, it moved into becoming a real industry with professional engineers working it, because otherwise it wouldn't be safe.
What year was that?
Well, that was around 1980, actually.
1980?
Yes. So the big program Jerry Brown started when he was governor of California, really what boosted wind power significantly. And the Danish manufacturers of wind power actually obtained half the California market. So that was how that industry really came about. So I would say with a significant boost from the development in the United States, really.
So would you say that today Danish industry in making these is in the forefront, the pinnacle?
Absolutely. The companies based in Denmark have about 50% of the world market for wind turbines. Though a lot of them are manufactured in the locations where they actually use. So if you have large projects, if you have a stable policy, well then you'll see a lot of employment. So we have about 22,000 people in Denmark who make their living from manufacturing wind turbines or making components for wind turbines or installing them. And you have even more people in both Germany and Spain, because those are also areas where you have a lot of wind power. In fact, in Denmark, we're running 20% of our electricity consumption comes from wind in Denmark.
That much?
Yes.
I was going to ask you that. That's quite a bit. Now,
Yes.
What's the projected goal?
Well, the projected goal is actually to have 50% of our electricity coming from wind power by the year 2030. And that can be done. And if we look at how fast we've been developing, we're really 15 years ahead of schedule with the plans originally set out. So it looks like we're moving towards that target.
Man, that's a big one. Jan, you were saying about how this wind farm, describe this wind farm, okay, so that we can put it in perspective to our area.
It is, as a matter of fact, in this moment, the world's largest wind farm offshore. There are 80 mills out there, and each of them is producing 2 megawatt. That's a 160 megawatt facility. And it is situated around 7 to 8 miles off the shore of Blåvand. Blåvand and Blåvandshoek is it is, as a matter of fact, the second largest tourist area in Denmark. So it is very important for us. We live of tourism. 90% of the total income in the area is tourism. So
90%?
90%.
Why are people drawn to your area?
That is because it is just as beautiful as it is here in Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard.
Is it a beach place?
It is a beach place with sandy beaches, with a lot of woods, forests.
Give me $20. Thanks.
A lot of woods, forests, wild animals.
Wild animals?
In the area. It's a very, very attractive area.
Okay.